episode of Danganronpa. It's been about 2 hours or so since our last episode. Or at least that's the intention, anyway. Hi, Toko. Fitting character to be on the last screen.
Only if it was...
That would be quite fitting. I'm gonna do this until it happens. We need it to be Chihiro. Not you, Hifumi. Anyone but you.
I ain't gonna start it.
Not you, Byakuya. Anyone but you. I wanna do this. This is gonna happen. Hi, Sayaka. How you doing? How's not having a voice going for you? Yeah! Yeah, there she is. That's our girl. That's Chihiro. Look.
Childhood woman.
Childhood woman. We're going to avenge Chihiro.
The music is fast.
No, it doesn't. It's all kind of generic to me. It's iconic, but it's generic.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya! Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock.
Wait, Toko didn't follow Byakuya in?
Hina? Hiro? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence, it was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me
I'm late!
At least we have...
Look, I'm fucking Beetlejuice, yes!
At least we have Jill / Jack / show.
Genocide Jill! Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My lungs are ablaze. Yeah, you would definitely say that, Corner. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my scissor sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Based show? Based twin sister show? Gonna murder the non-binaries? Don't take that out of context. Except that there are non-binaries that can be murdered. There we go.
Here.
Okay. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Same! We have Jill for like 3 seconds a season, it feels at this point. She's like the post-credits character at this point.
That's just my face right there.
Oh, is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy ghost faces, I see. I hate you there. Okay, well then, let's begin! The final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair by maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander! I'm a fair and good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year.
Except for the time I purposely tried killing Makoto for really no reason.
I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than to hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious dribble. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. A swoop.
Nice.
So don't try and run away. Swoop. Laughing as loud as ever, Monaco disappeared. Whatever. This will be over in no time. With the next physical competence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator. They're all acting odd. And I'm only picking up on this now because I'm quite autistic. Like, they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
For the fact that this is a 2010 game, and they legit put a slur in the English version,
Yes.
I would say that Kyoko is written to be autistic.
How?
You're right. I'm ready. Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. You can't sit with us! I'm sorry, that's not what the opening. Step after step towards the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper, 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 deeper still, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, darker, darker, yet darker, deeper and deeper it fell. At least this time I wasn't ultimate despair, ultimate hope, blah, blah, blah. Closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, just for
That's what this is the part we usually get.
Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Is it just as gaudy as last time? No, it's... This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Chills!
Well then, let's begin. Alright. Let's dance, bear. I don't think I need to change my skills. I think they were perfect last time.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you got convicted of murder last time, so...
Yes, but that was for story purposes.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
No.
So listen up! If you can figure out Muguru's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Well, yeah, I'm a robot bear. It means little to me.
Yep, sure will!
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Because you wouldn't do that. You're a hero. You're the dumb one. That was the character I wrote for you.
I mean...
No, I'm going to stick with what I said. I stand by it. You're stupid.
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Whatever you say is probably going to be
You're
wrong.
the mastermind, aren't you? You're allowed to
That's what
kill
you were
me.
talking about, right?
Yes, but that's normal for a hero.
Yes.
Right, aren't I? I knew it.
Oh, is this a fucking bullet time battle already?
Oh no, probably should have been.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Like, the fact that Byakuya fell for this bullshit...
Is he stupid? He's a dumb character.
Because, like, it goes from, like, oh yeah, this is definitely something Hero would say. And it goes from that to, like, well, maybe less believable, but still something very like the character. And then it happens to Byakuya, and you're like, what?
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How could the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Right forward.
You guys have all been evidence!
Hey, you're all out to get me. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves
What a
everyone...
coincidence.
What? This doesn't make any sense. How could the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Oh, okay, there's more time after that I kind of shot it, but...
You guys have all been evidence!
I got evidence!
I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone... What? This doesn't make any sense.
How could the three of us each have that?
No, that's wrong.
No, you're wrong!
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You two?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo.
How do I have the group photo? This is the part I've never understood. Is like, why do I have like? Is it just like I have like taken pictures of them with my e-handbook? That's gotta be what it is.
That's what I assume too.
With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture...
Are they gonna show the other pictures?
See? I'm the only one not in it.
Oh, I want to point something out. First of all, Chihiro looking cute back there. Love her. Then you have Celeste being creepy in the background.
If I didn't know it, I'd think he's...
Also, and then Makoto's there, and he's just like... And Sakura's about to fucking slap everybody. Also, why is Kyoko, like... dressed so... All of the girls are just dressed... What is these, like, booty short briefs that they have on? I don't know.
That's very long.
Yeah, I guess. I also... Another character that's just kind of standing there. Mukuro is just also just standing there off to the side.
She looks photoshopped, yeah.
Yeah. I think what it is that the picture that we have gotten from the mastermind, these pictures were taken by whoever is not in the photo. I figured as much, in which case...
You have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Dance!
Oh, Toko has her genocide coming out.
Yeah. Leon also has this coming up.
Leon's definitely...
Also, I noticed that Junko is like... Her face is covered in every one of these. That's the point, yeah?
Yeah. Also, Leon's definitely trying to keep it going.
Yeah.
That is the exact same pose. They just stole this from the picture.
Which one? Oh, Chihiro?
No, Ruby and Sakura.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
We're not gonna look at Byakuya's, who cares?
Secret or whatever, I don't care! You guys are all in on this together! That's why I'm the only one missing!
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap?
Yes.
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Is this gonna be a bullet time battle? Oh no.
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Hero looks the most like me.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo
That's
in
sad.
which that person wasn't
So we can
included.
inspect it on the second monitor. That it has so bad quality. Jesus Christ, how do you guys watch these? Sakura with fish.
We saw a picture.
So,
Just assumed
I
everyone else was the enemy?
in the anime, so many changes, but in the anime, Toko also gets a picture,
Okay,
and it's a snowball picture.
I see.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I always thought it was like just people that never showed
How
her
was
her picture, but then I realized, at least in the narrative of the game,
Yeah, she never went to go see it.
she never went to go get the picture. She went from the dojo to the morgue and packed out.
Something else that bothers me about these pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, we do get to see also Makoto in the background there. Celeste also just in the same pose at the very back. Mondo is wearing a Speedo, good to know. Chihiro has no anything above the water.
She's just
Same thing with Mukuro, but you can see shoulders.
She's not on her phone, which is a choice.
Yeah, Junko is getting her hair and face splashed. And Hina is the lifeguard for some reason instead of swimming, you know, like a normal person would. Also, Kyoko is looking kind of off, but I think it's because she was just not in her regular clothes.
Kyoko is like so more like dynamic facially wise. Like they used a lot of the same assets for all of these.
Group photo has been updated.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Trying to trick you with such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
I want to read the tweet, Yemi. Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
Your memory is not something to base anything off of.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason, some terrible reason, an unbelievable and entirely horrifying reason. Memory loss plotline. Hangman's Gambit?
Are you guys spelling never swear?
Yeah. Amnesia, okay. I knew that's what it was gonna be. Ooh, a floating E! How do you spell amnesia? There it is. Ooh, I remember we're blocking the timer.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost.
Let's see, Then we agreed down here, yeah?
Yeah, I think
I think we were
Our
fine
memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yes.
Yeah! We all lost our memories? That's just crazy!
if I lost my memory, I wouldn't know.
Another way to prove it besides those pictures. It's gonna be the DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind
The wrong button.
of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Do you?
Do you remember this? Of course! Wait, you know.
Those
Yeah.
photos aren't the only
No,
things
I
that
just
point to
wanted
the
to-
possibility of
And
memory
I'll look
loss.
liar.
This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Foreigner.
No, it's nothing like that.
I'll just see your faces.
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie!
Which I think
I never did any kind of interview.
Zero probably was
No,
the guy.
it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview
I
you.
mean, in the demo, Yasukura was supposed to be the first victim.
Was he?
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
Literally in the demo.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this?
And
But
apparently
I
Hafumi was
lost
on
my memory.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
That feels out of character to
How
you.
can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
Amnesia doesn't live nor breathe, you absolute Cro-Magnon.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
I noticed that we didn't do a comic book breakdown in the last trial.
You guys got cut off. And then forced into execution.
Do we do one in this one?
I think so.
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life in this school.
Creepily, both times.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know, you tell me, Toto.
I don't remember a thing.
You said the exact same thing.
The same goes for everyone else.
Actually,
Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever. Or even talking
It doesn't matter if I remember or not.
probably did.
Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Guess not.
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, I really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
I don't believe you for some
This is
reason.
all making my head hurt.
It should, Chomp! Was that the bite of 87?
This isn't like some
I would
normal
eat
kind
your
of memory
brains, but the
loss.
two people next to me barely have any.
You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
See? You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
Yes, there is, with my patented amnesia gas.
How could someone just
If I
steal our
eat your
memories?
brains.
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it
If
happened
you want to
doesn't
know,
matter
you
right
have to
now.
read a comic book that has been translated.
Then what's this story there?
I don't even actually know. It's just
It's a
something about the ultimate psychiatrist. Not psychiatrist, neurologist.
Let's see.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret.
Thank you, Monica.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
You killed her. Done.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
Every last remaining mystery. So, the only one who killed Mokuro, the true mastermind, that's holding to expose. It's Junko. And even, I think by this point, if I didn't even know it was Junko, which would be nearly impossible, I would argue that it probably was because of the fact that her face was covered in every single one of those photos.
So
It's just super
did it?
suspicious.
Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Okay, no, never mind, killer. Sorry, girl.
So who did it? Who killed
Well, sometimes
her?
it's like
Whoever did it
increasing
is
the
the
probability
same
of
one
the
who's behind everything.
Yeah, that's why I changed that.
That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
No, that's wrong.
No, you're wrong. You're stupid.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Why do I need to believe in evidence when I have common sense?
After controlling all this time, so there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
Okay, dumbass. You're all standing here with the talking Monokuma. A robot that, as far as we are aware, cannot be pre-programmed based on everything we've seen in this game, and also the fact that there's a control room for it.
I would say he had to back up all this, but she completely forgot.
So, it can't be one of us. It has to be someone who is dead. I think I would have figured that out already, too, by this point in the story after this.
It's pretty evident.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in House Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me! I blame Makoto!
God damn it, of course they do.
What?
Why me?
Because it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Okay, that's
I
actually
get
fair.
it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind
But
himself,
that's-
right?
So that's fair.
Usually.
But we already kind of proved, the whole point we're doing this is because Makoto was falsely accused. Falsely
Nuts!
convicted.
You got me!
What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to
I
panic.
love that Makoto did that.
Well, she was trying
The
to.
mastermind's true identity
He
will
really
become
wants to kill
clear
Mukuro.
soon enough.
Junko really wants
Just
Makoto
as soon
dead.
as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
The other
I
wound.
got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right? It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
No, you're wrong.
How do you know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
You're wrong.
She denied me before I could even say anything.
Coco, you get off on this way too easily.
Woman. Corner. She has a degradation kink, that's what this is.
I mean, you think
Go for it.
Yes. Yes. It's a degradation kink, that's what she's got.
Not weird, okay? Listen to what I have to say
Everyone has
before
it.
you deny me.
Everyone's got a degradation kink. How about saying in the first place? Is this gonna be a No, it's hilarious. I'm waiting for it because you said there's like 7 fucking bullet time battles in this.
No, we already have that.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must
Although
have
it
been
seems like there could have been so many different battles.
Yeah.
So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle. Are you finished?
I need that. You made
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate. She must have been 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Oh, you fucking purples! I'm racist against purples now.
Don't worry, there wasn't
You
anything
have caused
cute
this game.
about it.
Mukuro was. She must have been. So, obviously, she got all.
That's exactly what focus is used for, is those.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said, despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered the school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. It's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Mukuro's fatal injury. They really wanted to do the breasts, didn't they?
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me.
That is the same Rey Mysterio.
But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Shaky Bear indeed.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
I disregard your thinking.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Even if I didn't see her face. Look at the same flashback. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo comparing that to the masked attacker. It should be obvious. Oh, so this is an absorption one.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
If we look at the footage, you can see that she clearly does not have F-list breasts, which, as we all know, Mukuro Ikusaba had.
She is.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Oh fuck, I don't
Maybe
know.
the right foot? Or perhaps the left?
I'm not gonna try both.
What? Or could it be the hips?
He would too. I didn't even read that. It was
Never
probably.
saw their face, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusuba.
There's another.
I'll just use the other one. Maybe it was.
Is it the
Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot, or perhaps, or could it be
the hands?
you never saw their face, so you can't have any idea.
He sounds the most
who it was.
chipmunk-like when he's beat up.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusuba.
Really? Okay, so it was the other hand. Did I just lose a full heart from that?
So you can't have. I'm
Oh,
telling
so
you
if
now,
it's.
it was
I see,
You're
okay.
wrong. There's another part of the O.
Is it the right hand?
This was
or
my
the
first thought
left
anyway.
hand? Maybe the or perhaps or could
This is my first thought anyway, was the right
The
hand.
hands.
You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
No!
No, that's wrong.
You're stupid!
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly, a representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
No
So
tattoo.
there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Well, they were small, feminine, white hands. Let's look at the suspects. Kyoko, who wears gloves all the time. Or Hina, who is not white. Well, she is white, but her hands very much are not. They are quite tanned, as we discovered.
We talked about it a little bit. She is,
Very tanned.
she is well good.
No, did we find that out for sure?
Yeah, because you saw it as well in the swimming photo. She wears a one piece,
Right.
so if she were to get tan, her stomach would also be white, but it wasn't in the shot that we saw of her face.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See. So yeah, small white hands, feminine small white hands. So unless you're gonna say it's Hiro's fucking hands, or Byakuya's fucking hands, it was not fucking.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire
Oh,
night.
right. That's why Toko's mentioned.
I forgot about Toko existing. To be fair,
Yeah!
she would have.
We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but about Kyoko, it totally could have been her. Uh-oh. No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
My Rey Mysterio cosplay. Before anyone can say anything. Kyoko's removing her gloves. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burnt
Awful,
skin.
isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, also
No.
it would have been.
Not at all. I'm positive.
But to be fair, it would have been smarter for Junko to have worn gloves anyway.
Yeah.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked
But
Makoto
to be
is
fair,
the
you
true
weren't supposed to see
mastermind.
her at all, but you were supposed to stab to death.
Yeah.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours!
Here, see them again. Oh,
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
you can't hurt what I don't have.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? corner just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Also incorrect. These scars land quite prominently in places the same as Junko's scars.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
Yes, Makoto came back from the dump, that is correct.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow, she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Jesus Christ.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else. The kitchen.
Oh my god! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
I think that made it weird. Yes, it's the tarp. Oh, look, it's the tarp. It says biolab on it.
What makes me
I
so
am so
sure
smart.
the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is
Did you just make a Simpsons reference?
the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Thank you, you can read.
Holy cow!
I
How'd you
can't
notice
read.
that tiny little thing?
What does that say? Infinite lives, baby!
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
We're talking about
This
picky.
proves that the tarp originally came from the... In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess! Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved!
We proved that last time.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened, but you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Fuck my hubris!
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Junko Inoshima.
Wrong.
Talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Inconsistency in the biolab. You can talk to that.
I can't hear you! La 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 la!
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I think the biolab.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
Eat a dick. No! Is this that meme of Frieza getting?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Egg, sister egg, dog egg.
You had a complete overhaul design.
I'm sure.
In,
Well, that game also has Nazis, so I don't know.
So what do you...
Why are you bringing that up now?
Specifically just to mess with you. You should know this.
Mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think happened to your faith, as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So I want to shut him up. I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Is this the bullet time battle? Yes, it is. Is that what it's called? I remember it's called that.
That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening! This should prove it.
I didn't realize I had another bullet.
Yeah, you usually don't.
I just had to focus on that.
Hyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yes, Byakuya, thank you for repeating what we just
the
said.
number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Number of lights that should be on is... There should be 10 lights on.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Why?
Suspicious? Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Sayaka, Junko, Leon, Chihiro, baby, Mondo, Taka, Hifumi, Celeste, Sakura, Yukura.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her, and yet, her body was left alone.
Whose body
destroying
disappeared?
the body makes
It may very
the fact that one
well
body
be
is absent.
that none of them disappeared,
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
including Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murderers?
There are less bodies than murders. The explanation is for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would I take that as makes sense? Oh, is it gonna be this one technically?
I got it!
That's dumb.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings,
This
but
is like a
still only
fanfiction
9
pump I have.
victims, right?
Sideshow Bob makes 10 murders, but it's actually only 9 murders rated R.
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still.
Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional!
Some might even say,
Maizono, Junko, Enoshima, Leon Kuwata.
I don't want Leon.
Hiro Fujisa, Mando Owada.
Oh, I hate this. Oh, I just caught it. Oh, I hate this so much.
You have to silence it first and then shoot the bullet.
Oh, I fucking... Not even that. I was noticing...
Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
There was the...
Hifumi Yamada.
The fucking yellow words are coming up over here.
Whatever. Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
That's Junko's name, right?
Was it Sayaka, Maizo, Junko, Enoshima, Leon Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Celestia, Lu, whatever. Or maybe... No. There's no way anyone was...
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. Shut the fuck up.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Holy spear, Gungnir!
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
Mostly centered at the breasts. Because they're my best feature. I mean,
a number
her
of
best
wounds
feature.
across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds
There's
Junko
a baby
suffered,
here. Look, there he is.
And the similarities match?
Look at him.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
Hey, baby.
He's on camera. He doesn't like camera.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
God, you're all so young.
You know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Yoko's body and made it look like
give me
she was
kisses.
the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence. Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No! The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Make your argument, Kotaka.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
The tattoo, dummies.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And the tattoo.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
If Mukuro's not the mastermind, then...
Like, even without knowledge, I would be so annoyed by this. I'm sure Dan and Aaron have already picked up the Junko at this point in their playthrough. And I'm like, come on, people. You know? It's like one person it could be. Oh, it's gonna miss, we have to do this. Beep, bop, beep, beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
That'd be very funny.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
I am going to stab you, much like she has been stabbed.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
It
But
was
you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
yes, because it was Mukuro dressed up as Junko, people.
Hey, but that's not hard.
I agree, but with the fact that injuries match up and it's the only injuries to match up. She really is dead. There isn't anything else to say, she's gone.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive...
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet. You haven't given up already, have you,
The
Makoto?
other wrist was.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in
Power
your
of
way?
Sickness just kept me going.
Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Maybe the spears were made of
Jelly, I don't know.
She was stabbed to death by icicles. We all know icicles don't kill people.
Hey, Hangman's Gambit again. Replaced?
To replace Bleach?
It's replaced.
It's just replaced.
Come on, A's, please. Oh, it's L. Duh. I'm fucking stupid right now. I'm tired, guys. God, I'm tired, I guess.
Now I understand.
We're frosted.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yeah, only that thing that we said earlier.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that, so maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Or maybe you guys aren't thinking hard enough.
I got it! The two of them...
Hell, they could have just pulled a big brother and just
From the beginning?
fucking just replaced each other every once in a while, and Mukuro just ended up being the one who
Yes,
used it.
from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched... then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met is actually Mukuro all along?
Are they gonna like fade it into like a Mukuro spray? No, that would have actually been cool.
We'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
War veterans can't hold normal conversations. They're too fucked in the head.
That is such a weird conflict.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Yeah.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
That's a good point.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Or the water knocked it off too. Also, now that I'm looking at it, she has the same like extended red fingernails.
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup in the very beginning?
Yes.
That's true. It was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
Figured out that they're the giant loophole. They're the giant loophole in logic.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because they got my order wrong at Starbucks once, so I'm now full of despair. They're killing everyone over Starbucks. Yeah. White women.
Don't act like you would just say.
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity.
As if! Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity. When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. Tried to hide Junko's identity, not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Is it this?
Okay, and
Shoot!
Our latest investigation. Oh. It's the room. No? Then what is it? This investigation. Oh, is it? I see. Because he.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Oopsie, look like it broke. Out of service! What, it just so happened to break just now? Now then, when does it matter? Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. It's the only time I tried to hide Junko's identity. To recover one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. And this is going to be the, Oh, Monokuma again. Who would have guessed? Let's do it. Bitch.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible! That's impossible! This should prove it.
I didn't even fucking fuck up once in that time. Damn. 87 hit
Video
power.
wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo. I noticed it just a little while ago. When we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten, in all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Junko's face is covered in every single one.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Fucking
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Times two!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
It's the comic, yeah. Closing argument. Okay, it's been a hot fucking minute.
Oh, Chorizo!
That is indeed chorizo. Is it this?
Very fun.
No, that would have to come.
Oh, that
Maybe we're gonna find out.
That one's
What?
yeah, but again.
Actually, I think this is the one where she notices, and this is the one where she steps in.
That night, where else is they're all crowded around the lobby.
Here's
sounds
exactly
right.
what happened.
And it's gonna be Rob from the very beginning.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place, and that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been...
What's all that blue on her?
She fabricated the murder to try and bring Kyoko.
Maybe.
And prove it in one big thorn on her side.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Mukuro, hello Junko again and again, yeah.
Okay, it's the other way around. That's them running from Kyoko.
That's what I thought at first, but it just... Either way.
Here's exactly what happened. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any
on the back
remaining
of her hand, yeah.
She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The real Junko and Oshima!
I love how cute Monokuma's drawn.
That's the whole story behind this incident.
I'm shocking.
Well,
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Am I the only one that realizes she's like she's like running?
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
And what the fuck is this? I see.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
I see.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's just crazy. The real
Anyway,
true.
looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Whoever is doing Junko's work is having a lot of fun.
Face? Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
Yeah, you can look like a pile of shit that doesn't make you good. No, 100 chihuahuas combined be like one.
This is the first time I've seen you.
Dusty.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to...
Seeing a magazine cover.
You were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I feel like it doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Are you talking about cover photos and junk? Oh, well, of course, those are totally Photoshop. Yeah, you know, edited the hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
Did she try to, like, do some
Not
bullshit?
even if they're twins.
Twins!
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
Oh, I thought she was lying.
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
They're having a lot of fun. She's a totally different person now.
Like
Now
I
she's
said,
just
I
screaming.
get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Okay,
She
I'm
was
going
your
to assume
twin.
that you're not actual twins, you're Irish.
You killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Jesus Christ.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
She talks like
Leaving me
GLaDOS.
behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Those are the same 3 things, just like together.
It was
Okay.
atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the
Okay,
rest
you're
of
clearly just
society.
using that word because it's big and not because you know what it is.
You just learned that it's a word like 2 days ago.
Meanwhile,
You're on
my
your word
ultimate
problem.
fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
Can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Anyways, there was an ultimate first trial where Leon stabbed Mukuro.
Where Leon stabbed Mukuro there?
Yeah.
But Mukuro just got his Junko?
Yeah.
I see.
But I guess they just wanted to get rid of Sayaka because of how boring she is. Yeah, apparently...
How many, like, changes does she go through? Because this is like 4 or 5 already.
I think she, in this one alone, she has like 5 or 6 personalities, and then she gets like 2 more. Listen,
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
BRB. Hour and a half. Sorry about that, we're back.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Huh? This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
Because she said she doesn't care.
I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
Anything.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regrets.
You just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad?
Mushrooms.
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Good question.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
Sure you are.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
We can't talk about that people that way anymore, Bakuyakuya, and you gotta give it time.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So, hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate
I do
human.
care. She doesn't really. When it comes to like age,
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything
Also,
you
you
just
implied
said.
that Junko lives through this? You said in the next one. Then what does that mean? Okay, then what is the next one? Which is? What that means? Okay. So that means she lives through this.
I didn't say that.
So recordings then.
Just Danganronpa.
She lived through this. Just confirm for me, does she or does she not live through this?
She's.
I'm gonna look it up.
I just said it.
She super did?
Yes.
Okay. And how should I believe you?
Because I don't want you to split up, so I'm telling you. Yes.
Then what is this next one you're talking about?
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
So it's the second game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Master's
is that what
way
you were
more
confused
perfect.
about?
Yes.
Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
No, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, what you said that in the next one she has even more,
Yeah.
which implies that she lives through this. Unless the second game is a prequel, in which case, but it probably isn't considering everything that's set up in this game. So
But you'll see when you get to the end of that one, like how they bring back themselves.
it's gonna be like Robot Junko or some bullshit, I'm sure.
So, Don't you mean that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured
Ah,
that part
I
out
got this one.
yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Did he sneeze?
You haven't even solved all the mysteries.
Again,
Here you are, yapping away!
It makes sense,
Are
though.
you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start floating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
We need to use that in the ring battle somewhere. No, we'll solve all these mysteries and then we'll have our victory.
I can't
Who
wait.
do we have Makoto up against? I know we have one against Mordecai as like an April Fool's battle, but like... Is that true? I remember you wanted to kind of like heavily stylize Makoto's parts.
Yeah.
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
Don't dare! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
See, Junko is like the prime example of what people in conspiracy theorists in the real world think the government's like, where she just keeps dropping hints upon hints, like, "Oh, you can solve it. Come on, guys." Meanwhile, the real government's like, "Why would we hint to anything? That would be stupid."
Yeah.
What they must be related to?
I got it!
I got it.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
Did she not go back to British Junko?
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad
don't get
manners.
cowboy
So then,
on this one.
let me ask you another question.
The fuck?
Yeah, there's a cowboy chick.
We get cowboy chick. I hope to God it's filled with American stereotypes. That'd be so funny. Like, yeehaw, I'm shooting my gun.
Did you notice that each motive I presented to you had a specific theme to it? Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
There's my family, on Sayaka's was her and her friends, they had a dream, they all shit. That's Cowboy Junko? That's Cowboy Junko? That's Cowboy Junko? Oh, wait.
I got it! The driving force
That's
behind the
fucking ugly,
motive you
by the way.
presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results.
I'm still annoyed that we don't get to see the other people's at
It
this
was to
point.
motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
It's like emotional whiplash being thrown around the room.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
Okay.
He's been eating them.
Yeah. weird envelopes. My man Charlie used to work at bed, so the theme that time was the pace.
I got it!
I got it!
It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again!
Jeez, I
That
hate her
time,
so
the
much.
theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The murder was she wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. Yeah, that's what she said. Greed?
I got it!
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because remember
It was money, wasn't it?
Well, no,
Greed.
that doesn't automatically lead to greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
We don't talk about Sakura that way on this channel. You die. Blah. With Monokuma exposing Sakura's secrets, the theme of that motive in the fourth case was betrayal? Secrets.
betrayal, because she was out as the traitor.
I just thought secret sounds more like the general theme.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see,
I feel like this should have been Professor Junko, but whatever.
once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly.
Except for that one you got wrong.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions?
Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal? Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment, and that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memory. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it?
Yes.
But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow.
Okay.
So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Huh? Really?
No.
Hurry up and tell. Okie dokie. like they say, seeing is believing.
I need a car to get all the dons.
I'd like for you to see the outside world.
How much do you want to bet this is about to be fake as shit?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls!
Yeah, it's like a projection of like the Hunger Games.
This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Yeah, I don't believe this for a second. These are all still pictures, not even live video. Whoa.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
I don't believe you for a second.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
From a movie or something. What you just saw. All of you should recognize it. That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
Danganronpa purge movie.
If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial!
And now it's just has been the whole time.
It's been a long time of just like sitting there and listening.
Alright, game.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other... Come on, bitches! What the fuck?
You want us to... When it comes to that crate, I don't understand. What's the meaning?
I thought it was the last one, not the second to last one.
Come on, bitches! What the
Come on, bitches!
You want us to... When it comes to that crate, I don't understand. What's the meaning?
Is this another one of your practical
I
jokes?
mean, you're telling us to... What am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What? Come on, bitches! What the fuck?
You want us to... When it comes to that crate, I don't understand. What's the meaning? Is this another one of...
I mean, what am I supposed to be remembering? Nobody can remember.
No, it's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other two.
Twin sister show.
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality is forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Please do, you've done nothing for like the past 20 minutes.
No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my
Bonk her on the
entire
head.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Da-da-da-da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer!
Hi, Jim.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now. I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you, too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
I
What the fuck is that?
That's dumb. That's dumb. That's extra dumb. Super dumb. Don't like that. Don't believe that.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
I remember filming it.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More important, if you really do remember, what is it?
What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember! With a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Every time
A third plane hit the building.
Every time I see that sprite, it makes me think, can she push her glasses up at her tongue?
That is what that's implying to me.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was
I just have
man-made.
slow loss in my head on how $100.
Yeah.
But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster! Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic
Why am I
event in
still
human
not believing in
history.
this?
As a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome.
In other words, I'm lying to you.
The world has ended. That's the important thing.
Why am I
Just
like you?
end!
Fucking players.
It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There is no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
That's
Hey, so, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Great! Well done, peasant!
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer! Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean.
If I shot you, would this all end?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated!
Why are we believing her at all in any of this, by the way? It's been proven that she'll lie straight to your face to see this bear fall. Like, come on, guys.
if you kill me now, my ghost will just pile until we decide if I should be punished.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
So, and said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment?
That's definitely what you are.
You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the
My
world.
friend can't face the ocean once it's separated from its flows.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked up a year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
That would make sense.
Not just that, but that would really bring everyone up to. This is where the 18 with an asterisk really comes into play, because by logic, they're all technically if they were all about 15, 16. If it's been 2 years, then yeah, they're about 17, 18. So technically, 18 with an asterisk still flies, except Hiro, who's now 22. When does that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny
Well,
it.
if we're gonna go fucking walk, we're gonna like beat the trial. She's gonna be like murdered by like noose, and we're gonna go look outside, and it's gonna be like there's a guy walking down. Hello, and that's it. And it's gonna be like, well, what the fuck? She was lying. Who would have known?
And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Now, answer us. Answer with all...
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Dude, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. Memories that were stolen from us. What Jungle says is true. Is we first came here 2 years ago. The rest of us suddenly remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us.
I like that.
Yeah, it's either that or the tragedy.
If we accept that what you say is true,
Which we shouldn't, but whatever.
then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well,
seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
that's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
You've all graduated to 18 with an asterisk.
And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
Look,
I don't
Because you have the memories of a
2 years of my
16-year-old.
life. That's not possible!
Also, I'm probably lying, so there's that part too. Oh, this is the... Nope.
Worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class! This is all just surreal. Plus, in 2 years of how freaking old am I?
the fandom.
Everyone's so conflicted.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2... Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome... Heck, I've never even gone to a single...
No, that's wrong. there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's that? Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a
Oh,
doubt!
wow, it's still in Japanese in that photo.
But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak.
That helped.
But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Someone said that
Lies! It's a one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocket. Just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
The truth could be that we have been spent 2 years here, but that doesn't mean the world is fucking dead.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human
The fact that you won't give
history.
it any specifics tells me you're
Right
still
before
lying to your
everyone's
people.
eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is
Sure. Sure, woman, sure. I'm sorry, I can't believe a fucking word that comes out this woman's mouth. I think that's the point.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you, to give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
There's nothing in there.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
She lost her memories. I can only think of one time. Except for I set foot in the main hall the first time, and that was when we fainted.
Maybe I lost my memory.
Ooh, look, everything is becoming
When I
swirly.
first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So, I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that?
Yeah, alright.
I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
I'm from a dating sim. You'll never get to play, simp.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Gone! Which means, of course,
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal.
I'm gonna talk through my puppet now. It's a therapy puppet.
You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
I'd kill Hifumi if I had to spend 2 years with him too.
to a world that's already been annihilated! What a terribly tragic tale! Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it!
Yeah, I can show you. That would help me feel better at least.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
No, you fucking don't.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly.
No, you didn't.
It's only natural that I would fall in love.
Sure.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it!
I mean, you know, you did say that Mukuro had a crush on Makoto, but...
All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair! Our plan to bring despair to all mankind!
Despair.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing
Thank you
despair
continually
into
for
all
not
of
giving us
humanity.
any details beyond these pictures that I believe are just photoshopped.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. All too soon, the world's days of peace came.
Like, I just...
And as you can imagine,
no details
the school
at
was
all.
no
It's like...
exception.
It's that thing of, like, when you lie, if you don't give any details, you're a liar. We can tell. But if you give too many details, we can tell.
I think, I'm gonna be honest, it's always vague.
It's always... That doesn't matter.
I'm just saying, whenever this comes up, they always talk about it vaguely.
I know they always talk about it vaguely. That means I don't believe it's a true thing that actually happened.
Fair enough.
The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the
Hello.
ultimate... I can't believe it's all
We're towards
because
the
of
end of this
just
at this
you
point.
and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
Why does your chin have extra outlines in this sprite?
I find it hilarious that she said that in her Swedish shows, because that's exactly what the
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the
Oh, that's a joke
story.
over there.
Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
Have you said what's up? That makes that first guy.
The members of
Yeah.
the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
I'm bored.
Guess what? To protect everyone
I might
from
hear it,
survival,
kills
Hope's Peak
everyone.
was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter! I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The Prime Minister.
I got it! Could only been. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside.
So, my question is...
That's why he
I'm
asked
sure
us
I'm
to
explaining
make
this
that
like never
promise.
mind. How the fuck are we at a beach if the world is a fucking cesspool of death?
Yeah, I would tell you, but I can't spoil it.
To
I'm
say
sure it
that
does.
we were willing to live in this school
A
forever.
simulation, or it's inside a different school.
There's a whole beach.
Yeah.
We believe
How
you had
does
something
pineapple
like that in
flavored work?
mind.
We're gonna find
Yes.
out.
If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive.
This whole,
world
all
could
of
have a
this
fresh
shit
start.
here is just, ugh. It's a slog through shit I don't even believe is true.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope,
And then it
That's
also
why
asks
we all
another
agree
question. Like, so do they
live
just
here
pick
forever.
people off the street of the despair world in the second game? Like, oh, you look like you could be interesting, dude. Weird. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cave that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
She doesn't have unbeatable Riz. She's a child.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you finished building your
Also,
little
she talks
shelter,
through a puppet
it was
sometimes, and that just
time
turns
for
me off,
the
man.
Get to work.
I don't know, you want from me.
And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro have come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
And then sometimes you gotta deal with this bitch, and it's just like, ugh, who cares?
Mushroom head.
And her mushroom
That
head.
moment where you all
And this
began
bitch.
killing each
There's like
other
one
served as the climax
slightly
of a
okay
global
version of Junko, and it's not
despair.
this.
Is it L-faced Junko?
No, Hell-Faced Junko is also
And the
bad.
only reason you
It's her.
survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
I guess bitchy Junko is also fun, but like, she'd get annoying fast.
So we could go around
Oh, don't worry, because
Is that what you're saying?
her personality in 5 minutes.
Why? Wwhy would you do
They're
that?
all shaking so violently.
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. You souls unwilling to give up hope.
Yeah, because that's like, you know, human
And I
beings.
thought that was...
So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
very presumptuous of you.
Well, the mastermind did to show everyone the other side world. That was... hijack.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Who the hell is Jack and why is he? I don't know.
To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
And not the airtight alibis.
The world watched as you fell into despair and
God, I
began
can't
to
with
kill
this
each
bitch.
other one after another.
Who finds her hot? Why? Why is she popular? Is it just because she's the bad guy?
Probably. But then again, the other one isn't, so... No.
You say the other one. You're talking about the V3 one.
Yeah.
Who, yeah, I see nothing about. So, yeah, you're right. Is it just because her hair is strawberry pink blondish? Like, what is the deal? Is it because Is it? It's oh, I get it. I get it. It's actually it's a we can change her situation, isn't it?
Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Maybe, but I think people like how weird it is.
Yeah, because they think they can change her. They think they can make her less crazy. That's what it is, I'm sure.
The power of television, just amazing!
Okay, so after getting...
I don't even think that's true. She's the most cosplay character of all time. That doesn't sound right at all. Can I introduce
By the
myself?
way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Oh, can I even...
Are you serious? Utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
I guess that is the Guinness World Record. Yeah, but why though? My question is why though?
Her style is...
Simple, probably.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world.
What's year? 2016?
Yeah.
I guess this was a couple years after. Probably right around the time V3 came out.
But in the end, I was able to give them the final
I wonder if
despair.
it's different, because like you have gotten something like Demon Slayer is really popular.
Like I've never seen a Junko cosplay at all.
Bring despair to everyone.
I've been to Comic-Con
in the
like 6
outside
times.
world?
I might have seen it when I was younger and don't remember anything. But I've been to like Comic-Con like 4 or 5 times in my adult life, and I've never seen a Junko cosplay. Maybe once, and if it was actually just like a Junko like cosplay hybrid bullshit. Like Junko, but now in the Sailor Moon outfit.
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
It's not though, it's just take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Is that the first curse in this game so far?
I don't know if it's the first curse, but it's definitely Makoto's curse.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other
Look at his
students were
whole life.
dropping like
He was
flies.
so proud of that.
I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
You're not a friend, you're a crazy piece of shit person.
Right.
Hell is not a curse, though. I'm putting my foot down. Hell is not a curse.
Hate is also not a curse.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it
I hope
make
there's
you
an
feel
option
utterly
that says,
lost
I
and
don't believe
hopeless?
you, and she like dies.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless,
I have hope that you're dying soon.
how would you react? What would you do?
Queen Junko the first, indeed, and the last to be soon.
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right
I'm
fucking
sure there
now.
are. She's apparently the most cosplayed woman in the world. I don't know.
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
You keep saying ended, but we're all alive, so it's not ended. It's just in despair.
Been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it.
No. You're
You
murdering
chose to
over
lock
for
yourselves up here,
something.
then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already.
Makoto's the only one who hasn't given up hope yet, isn't it?
I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me.
Do guns? At this point, this is the Murder Junko show.
All I want is
I fucking hate Junko.
and there's no
I don't get it. I don't
reason for it.
understand. Maybe the second game will enlighten me as to why people like her, but I just don't get it. Maybe it's because I knew she was the bad guy from the beginning. But even then, she dies in the first episode and then comes back as the bad guy, so it's not even like there's any time to give a shit. What is the point? Who likes you? Why? Dangan fans, explain, because I need... He doesn't even have an explanation for me. You don't have to like someone to understand why people like her.
I don't know. Maybe it's just how she's been.
I don't get it. I don't like her. She's stupid. I hate her.
And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but...
If you find her enjoyable, cool, good for you. But every moment with her has felt like I'm dying slowly.
But there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
See? Makoto gets it.
Huh? You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself.
He's got a point.
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Okay, I feel like I'm dying more... I feel like I'm dying faster than I usually do.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
It just sounds like you're throwing word salad at me, Professor Junko.
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself?
If you really want to stretch the concept of Schrodinger's cat, then yes.
Both in despair and not in despair at the same time until you open.
Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Why should I believe you? That's question 1. Why should I like you? That's question 2. Why aren't you dead yet? That's question 3.
Well, even if it's all true...
Like, I have not despised a character this much since Sherm. Those who get it will get it.
I refuse to give in! I refuse to lose to you! For the sake of everyone you've killed!
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them!
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
You killed your sister, dum-dum.
You literally killed me.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other.
That's why anyone was murdered here, wasn't?
Also, yeah, coercion isn't consent. We were basically forced to do this.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Does it? I have depression and I've never been this fucking despaired. I've never been like, I'm gonna kill the next person I see because meh. I mean, you should watch the Pokemon versus the Imposter right now. He already has.
I have a whole playlist of stuff on that guy.
But literally, what was I saying? I already forgot.
Oh, yes! That's funny as shit!
Cool. Monokuma versus GLaDOS.
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple!
Yeah?
You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
That's true,
You
too.
certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
Also, the implication... So there's also an implication that, if we have been here for 2 years, which... vaguely, maybe... the fact that Chihiro never created, an alter ego prior to her creating alter ego is so weird to me.
That's true,
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close
Please
soon.
do. I'm finding you more and more annoying with every
What do you
sentence.
mean?
I'm talking about the
didn't forget about that little rule, did ya?
She versus Wilbur too.
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Of course you did, because you wouldn't be annoying if you didn't.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
It's just one person.
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Well, no, technically if they vote to kill Hope, they wouldn't be on the side of Hope by that point.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean, we'd just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying to let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me.
Like, she's really tried to, like, build up that, oh, if you kill me, you'll go die in the real world. But, like, I really believe we're gonna open the door and we're gonna see Jean from Rick and Morty just...
From Grace, where only
Yes, Yasuhiro would be technically 23. You can sit for Yasuhiro if you so wish.
What are you saying?
Yes,
So no matter what, we're different.
We
Wait a sec!
didn't talk
I
about
just got
how
hit
the
with an
characters-
inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment! What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down!
It's gonna be Makoto, because he has the most hope, obviously.
Makoto, you're up!
See? Oh, what do I know? I fucking wrote this game.
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
Okay, good to have it out in the open. I fucking hate you too. I want you to die. Can I make it any more clear? Junko sucks, guys. I fucking hate it. Like, I don't get it. I still don't get it.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two
I'm
choices.
I'm sorry to turn this episode into a hating Junko show. I don't know if Dan and Aaron like Junko. I don't know if anyone else who plays the games like Junko. But the fact that she's the most cosplayed character in the world, apparently, tells me exactly how popular she is. Even though I don't understand it. I guess the costume is simple, but like, whatever.
If a single person votes for Hope to be punished...
Why do I hate her so much? She's annoying, and I hate her. I don't have a reason for this irrational hate, but everything about her just annoys me to my core.
I know why. She's the reason why Hero's dead.
No, it's not that. I don't care that much. Like, I like Darth Vader, who's killed billions of people. I like Muzan.
Did you like any of those billions of people you killed?
Yes. I don't have a reason for this irrational hatred of this woman, but I want her to die. I want to see her execution.
Then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
I know I'm in the minority on this opinion, but goddamn. Like, usually when I'm saying the opinion that goes against the grain, it's because I believe it, but I'm only really believing it because everyone else says this thing, and I have to be like, oh, okay, why is this thing bad? And then I watch it, or I do it, and I see it, and I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. But with this, I don't get it. I don't even understand why people like her.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
No, I get it. It's not that she's a bad guy. I like bad guys. Bad guys are cool. If you find her enjoyable, cool, chill. I don't care. I don't get it, though. That's the issue. If you find her enjoyable, cool. But there are other characters that do this shtick of like, oh, here's me jumping between personalities. and do it much better, more well written, and more effective.
What I'm saying is, if
No,
you sacrifice
not that. It's
Makoto,
just,
the
well, that
rest
part
of you will
annoys
get to
me.
live out your lives.
Her jumping between all these, like, she'll say, like I said, the person who is doing these voices, you know, is seemingly having very much fun, and I'm glad for them. But goddamn, I don't get it. I don't get why people like her. That's the issue. I don't like her, and I don't understand why people like her. Like, even with characters I don't like, I can understand the appeal. But with her, I don't get it. Even characters in this game that I don't like, I understand the appeal. Like Hifumi. He's a very funny character. I understand. Some Junko voiceless or voiced by Koko's via cool.
I can hear it.
But like, Hifumi's a funny character. He has some good, interesting things. Sure, he's annoying and I hate him, but I understand why somebody would like him. The only reason I see people would like her are one of two. She's sexy, quote unquote. And you're gonna take that out of context now, I know. Or it's the whole I can fix her bullshit, which I just do. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No,
that's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
I'm gonna have this argument with people for the rest of my life, I'm sure.
Yep, but on YouTube.
Guys, it's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Once again, that is a child.
Besides,
Asterisk.
Yoko,
Yes, 18 with an asterisk is still a child.
could you?
What?
Coward.
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive.
Well, then
right?
his fucking wish failed already because 90% of us are dead. Yeah, she looks like a doctor. I call her Professor Junko. She's the only personality I care about.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after all.
He doesn't have to.
The
No, he
least
does
you
not.
can do is try to honor your dead
Monokuma,
father's
I understand
wishes.
the appeal of Monokuma. And yes, I know Monokuma is just Junko. And maybe that's why people like her, is because they get too attached to Monokuma. But that's really just the design doing all the lifting there. You know, Monokuma would not work if Monokuma was designed to be grotesque.
Right.
You know, Monokuma, like, I love doing the Monokuma voice, too. I like Monokuma, but I don't like Junko. And maybe that's actually the fandom's opinion, but because they find it harder to cosplay Monokuma outside of a giant suit, a giant inflatable suit. Yeah, of course Professor Junko's your least favorite. You like Junko.
One person's despair is enough to seal your
This is the second best.
Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, what do you think's
And
gonna
this is
get
the
in?
worst.
Whose despair
Fuck
is
this
gonna
one, I hate
sign
her.
your death warrant?
Like, I don't usually hate the ooh femboy girls, you know, I don't care. Usually they're fine. But this one really fucking tugs at my, like, hatred bells.
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair!
I activate anime protagonist
We're
powers!
not gonna lose to you!
Okay, no, I think this one is the worst. Regular Junko.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
Cutesy Junko, if I could... No, Cowboy Junko is the worst one. I haven't even heard her talk yet, and I already don't want to see her at all. Like, if I could kick one Junko personality off the earth that wasn't Cowboy Junko, it would be Cutesy Junko, and I don't even know why. There's a visceral feeling of, I want to kill this bitch in my...
What about this one?
What's the difference? That just looks like bitch Junko again.
Ah.
Does she just go, oh, the whole time? What is her personality? What is her thing?
She's actually crazy, I guess.
Oh, cool, yeah, that's gonna fix my issues with her. Like, this is... honestly, this might be the best version where she's being herself. I'm flip-flopping on it because I'm not sure yet. But, like, God, I don't like her at all.
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid life.
That's it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. Maybe I don't like Junko because I'm tired. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's that we're just too late into the game for me to care. I don't know. Maybe if this Junko was introduced at the beginning of the game, or hell, if it wasn't 1 in the fucking morning right now, maybe then I'd like her. But as of right now, I'm sticking by it. Junko sucks. I don't want to see her anymore. And I know she's gonna come back because she's like the Darth Vader of the series. She's the big villain everyone loves and remembers, even though there's a much better villain elsewhere. I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe V3's villain sucks butts. I don't know. But it's probably better than the multicolored Nazi hair crew. I don't even know if they're the main villains, but I hate them.
Unfortunate.
Are they the main villains?
Yeah, but I don't think it's this.
What?
They're really the Junko.
What?
They're really the Junko.
Oh, they're really... Like, you mentioned this before. How are they really to Junko?
They're like... She basically adopted them.
I see. They're like the cult of Junko. Got it. They're the fan base. Got it. Okay, understood. I get it. I will continue to call them the multicolored Nazi crew, even though I believe the Dangan fan base is not that bad. To be fair, I don't know. There's a lot of children in this series, and a lot of porn. No, they're 18 with an asterisk. If they all came to the school at 14, 15, which is the normal time for high school, even with the 2-year jump, that's only 16, 17. Now, Hero is 23, logically speaking, if he was 21 when he started the school here. Now, if they came to the school at like 16, 17, then yeah, they'd be over 18. But I argue that they are children. They're older teenagers, 16, 17, that's my guess.
This group specifically.
This group specifically. I have no idea for the rest. Hero is over 21. Hero's over 18. Simp for Hero. I simped for Hero. Hero is great. But no. That's not really living at all. Oh, this is a bullet time battle? Yeah. Oh, no, because that would make sense.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Good, fuck it. Hero, remember when you were cool?
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
I don't believe you.
The reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
You mean that thing that you told Todd that was a backwards time machine? Just to fuck with them?
Yeah. Technically, they do not have a certain age, so I mean, I guess they could be... Yeah, they could be 18 plus. They don't have a canon age, that's true. But just based on logic. And this is why I was getting in arguments on Twitter yesterday.
Wait, what, really?
No, not about this.
Okay.
But I'm just talking about, when you look at... Now, maybe I shouldn't look at games with logic, sure, I guess. But, goddamn. Logic dictates, unless you really stretch the age at which you go into high school, which is the implication that this is their first year of high school, that this is their freshman.
I mean, well, it does say that you already have to be attending high school to join Havoc.
That's my guess. 18 with an asterisk.
I guess
if you want to say they're over 18, go for it. I'll look at you weird. Because to me, they're children.
I guess technically they could have all been sophomores.
Purifiers will screech to a halt.
Yeah.
In other words, as soon as I die...
Do a time jump. That makes them all old.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true about the fan base being mostly 14 to 16-year-olds, and if that's true, then that's not as weird. But the fact that there's so much porn of these characters, regardless, is not for me, man.
The real life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh. Why is Toko the only good one right now?
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and
gonna just shoot it. No. I didn't figure, but...
Shoot!
I think there's
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I...
Just because you experience a lot of people that are in the 14 to 16 age range does not mean that's the majority of the fan base. Would you argue the majority of the fan base is the 14 to 16 age range?
Like, I hear that, and...
Okay, then.
I hear that, but that doesn't necessarily make it true. I mean,
That would be the
I'm
end.
called in the fandom, but I'm not, like, going around fandom forums and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
I
my
don't really
fortune-telling
interact with
senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared,
I see I have to go through this like 4 times.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. So that's why. That's why. No matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
I love how there's no white noise because no one's talking.
That would be the end.
I've decided to have faith.
By the way, the air outside is totally the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been with, all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside. So, what do you just die?
Oh, Kyoko doesn't get one. Interesting.
Oh.
We won't give up as long as
I was
there's
just
hope!
going to do the last one because that made sense, but Kyoko doesn't get one, so I have to do the obvious.
The only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been all of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair.
Don't lose hope now!
I guess, but like, honestly, it just seems... What I've seen is that the Dangan fandom is 18+. What I've seen is that doesn't mean what you've seen is not true. That just means that I personally have not seen that.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
No, if you died, I wouldn't care.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater
If
glory
you call
than it's ever
character
known...
art 2 minutes of not talking, then yeah, sure.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope,
As long as there's
we'll
hope.
never give up!
If I were to die,
And I
that
have
would
to
be
go
the
scroll
end.
through until I hit...
By the way,
Okay.
the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been
Don't lose hope now!
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting.
Of course you are.
Actually,
That's
I'm
Jane
not sure if
character.
I could. I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. But no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
Like, I don't like Toko very much, but at least I understand the appeal.
That would be the end, I hope. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, as soon as the communal life you've all been living will...
I can keep on living.
More of a despair guy than a...
All of you will have to,
hope guy, I guess. I'm more of a despair guy, too.
So,
Wherever my toes are, they're around here
just
somewhere.
die.
My hope. But shit, I just do not like her.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope,
guess she's not
we'll
dead.
never give up!
If I were to die,
Maybe, but like, usually this kind of crazy I'm dope with. Usually this kind of crazy I fuck with.
in other words,
I was supposed to
as soon as
be, you know, with my goddamn.
all of you will have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mess.
So, will you just die?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope!
If I were to die, that would be the answer. By the way, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers in the...
right now!
Tina, think of the Dones.
I've been thinking about all this.
And I want my Dones.
And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Here, try alibis and Dones.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
Okay, that says thorny path, but I read horny path.
That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up!
Nice.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to me and say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life will keep on running! All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just stop?
Yeah, that is concerning. Over 25,000 NSFW Danganronpa images for a series mostly focused on high schoolers, which at best are barely legal.
Is that what you want?
I tried, but then you have the entertainment.
Don't lose hope
Yes, and it's bad there too.
I know, I'm just saying.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
You're the ultimate hopeful student, not the ultimate lucky student.
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up.
What is Suit Guy's title in the second game? The main character?
Oh.
Yeah, he has a suit shirt and a suit tie. Suit guy?
Suit Guy, I think Suit Guy. He's the ultimate mystery of that. You find out right.
Well, yeah, because you've got like 4 bajillion porn sites you could scroll through to find out.
And if that's true...
Not to mention the ones that aren't on the porn sites, like you can only find them on Twitter. So, like, yeah,
what do you think?
I'd argue even higher than that number.
What the hell are you?
See, this is the Junko I like. It's where she's not actively being crazy.
So
uncool.
And this is gonna be a bullet time battle. Please, bullet time battle. Please.
The stupid faces, the stupid things you
I do want to shoot
the
Junko
stupid
very,
way you
very
all
bad.
treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip.
Like, this is the real Junko. This is the real Junko. Everything else has been her fucking playing a character.
Shut up! Lame.
Oh, good to know. I'm not even kind of elite anything. Hope is a talent developed, but I still have to shoot Junko in the face. Yes!
Also, another problem with Junko is that her design is based off of something that's considered kind of...
So uncool. You dare to stand against us.
Kind of, problematic.
Who are you?
What do you call it? Discrimination?
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
If you're talking about Yaru, then no.
You suck. What do you want?
Okay,
So uncool.
That's not even true.
I just heard that some people find the whole practice kind of problematic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think that's mostly because of Japan's culture in general, and not because of the actual practice itself.
Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
Because it's like, the whole point of it is to be
Despair
anti-traditional.
into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going!
Mukuro?
Did you like this?
I refuse to give up! I refuse to give
Mukuro
up!
is a character that doesn't exist.
Throw it all away!
I don't feel any way towards her at all. In fact, I like her more than Junko simply because Junko killed her. for being lame, which is dumb. So, I am... Mukuro is fine. She's a D-tier character. Like, if I were to rank characters, she's above... She's not even above Junko there because you get like 2 seconds of screen time. Apparently in the books or whatever, there's more important information there, and she gets more characterization. But as of right now, beyond design, there's nothing interesting about her because she's just Junko again.
And even if not, there's no one that's not this guy is
Meh.
I refuse to despair!
But that's just because I know
More about her. Like, I'm going off the... I've never played any of these games up until this point. But see, the difference is you hate Mukuro, I'm just indifferent. I've never played these games up to this point. Maybe by the end of 2 I'll like Junko, I doubt it, but it's possible. Maybe by the end of V3 I'll like Junko, I doubt it, but it's possible. Maybe by the end of Ultra Despair, I won't like her at the end of Ultra Despair because there's Nazis in that game.
Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving
But as of right now,
forward.
Junko sucks. r/Junko Hate Squad. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a real subreddit. I'm sure it is.
I'm good with it. Oh, it's not anti-Junko. Oh, time for the epilogue. Post-trial then.
ABBA.
What's the point?
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials.
I'm glad that
Put
this
an end
last
to the killing.
trial was with that.
You hate how people stand her? I've never seen anyone stand anyone beyond Junko, so...
No, I agree.
Like, people standing her doesn't make sense either, but like, that shouldn't take your care for a character. Now, for a character like Mukuro, who barely exists, fine. If the fan base of a character makes you hate him because they have like 2 seconds of screen time, sure. But like, I'm not going to hate Bakugo because Bakugo simps suck. They do. I don't like Bakugo for other reasons. I'm not going to hate Junko because Junko stands suck. They do. But I don't like Junko for other reasons. I'm not going to hate a character I like because the stands suck. There are plenty of examples. So, like, you know, if the stands turn you off on something, that's fine. That's why a lot of people don't like Undertale, for example. But it doesn't taint my enjoyment because I don't give a shit what people think.
With our own hands.
How do you go better now that you have to shoot your brother face?
Yes. I guess her little icon there is kind of cute, but all of them are, so that's 17 points.
The hell? Indeed.
Oh.
Voices.
Huh. You've lost, Junko.
Lost?
I lost? Me? No way.
What is the voice?
Whatever I want it to be. She sucks.
That's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
Oh, sorry. Forgot. But there's no use in trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Oh, I forgot about the sprite.
Okay. Corner. Permanent corner.
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it. To come this far and fail at the very end. It's the ultimate despair. One of the weirder sprites in Danganronpa? I don't know. There's Leon Simpson's face. And it wasn't the... And Awie's ooh faces.
Oh yeah.
Both of those are pretty bad.
Awie's kissy face.
And Awie's kissy face. And all of Toko's sprites. At any time. Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate.
A lot of shows sprites too.
I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. Also, I feel like Ultra Despair Girls proves to me that the world is not fucked anyway, because I feel like they should give Makoto's sister a gun. Just a regular gun, not a megaphone gun, a real gun. Shoot them on a cross.
Despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway, so you're prepared to...
This should be my voice for Junko, anyways.
Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope and death.
Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Wrong wording. I am planning to play Ultra Despair Girls, yes. It'll be after 2, because apparently that's where it should land not timeline-wise, but chronologically.
Yeah, it was made after 2, so there's a lot of stuff that makes more sense if you play 2.
Yeah. So I will be playing it after 2.
Also, we have 2 already, and we haven't bought 2DG yet.
Everyone, you said that despair is as contagious as any disease, but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Yeah, I just said that we're gonna play Danganronpa 2 first. Kyoko! Stop it! Stop it! I hate those faces you're making! See those awful looks causes me nothing but pain!
Last thing.
If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no get off my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. I call them the Ultra Despair Nazis. Their names are Nazi 1, Nazi 2, Nazi 3, Nazi 4, and me.
Monica.
And Monica. No, there's one game after Danganronpa 3. You might not like it. You might not like it. But we have to play S. S is gonna be played on this channel. There'll be a full playthrough.
Or maybe.
Full playthrough.
I don't know if you're doing a story or not.
Maybe you'll find some hope, but that is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we... Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You entered my mod! Maki has my favorite sprites from the series, like every sprite is a B to S tier aside from a small few. I don't know who Maki is. Third game? Okay. I won't know who that character is for about 6 months. Oh, it's done though, so whatever. So it's almost punishment time, right? So like, even if I were to stream twice a week, this took us 24 episodes, so that's what, 12 weeks? So that's what, 3 months? So that's what, count that, not accounting for if the second game is longer than this one. Exactly, so add another week at least onto that. And then then I have to do Ultra Despair Girls. So yeah, I'm not gonna know who fucking Maki is until a year from now. Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
If that's your girl, I don't get it. But then again, I don't know anything about this girl. I've seen one sprite, a singular sprite, and that tells me nothing about the character beyond she has black hair. Ultimate child caregiver. That does not bode well. I don't love the sound of that. Active living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is a taste of despair of death that you only get once in a life. So would it be more despair for you to live for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Don't get in my way!
Or no? That's one thing about Junko that's always been weird, is like her taste for despair like throws her into like these loop paradoxes that...
Especially like, look at her eyes.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair. Even 100.
Maki, the girl boss. Is she a girl boss?
Kinda.
Okay, kinda. And she is not my girl. That would probably be Miyu. Who is Miyu? Show me a picture of Miyu. I want to see what this girl is like. I want to see what your taste in women is.
Miyu Aruna.
I feel like that name is familiar, and I don't love that. Because he's only told me about the bad characters.
I'm trying to... This is Miyu Aruna.
Smash.
My problem is that she gets sprites like this.
Pass. I have changed my decision. That is very clearly a character designed for porn and porn alone. Unless she is interesting as a character, but I don't know that yet, based entirely off design and the 2 sprites I've seen.
Oh god, this is even worse. I don't remember this one.
Okay, I can see why you would call that worse, but I disagree. That other one is literally a porn pose. That's literally like the pushed up against the wall pose.
Right. And this is her full design.
Pass. That is a minor. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's a pink skirt. She looks like, what is her name? Greta or whatever from Grand Blue. The female protagonist character.
Oh, what is her name?
I forget, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
Ew.
That's a choice of words.
Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I hate this. What is this? Why do you do this?
Jita. Jita?
Yeah, Jita. Yep. It looks exactly like her, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Miyu's personality is more in line with Mai from My Hero.
I can tell that entirely by her design, yeah.
They're basically the same character.
I wouldn't
except Miyu is more horny.
Alright, I hate her. I'm glad she's about to die. Okay. Like, what is this? Who decided this was a good idea?
Kudaka, probably. Kudaka really likes Jupiter.
Kaida is probably my second favorite V3. Isn't the protagonist?
No. Oh, Kaide. Yeah, you said Kaida, so I thought you meant Kaido.
Also, I love how she's just walking with Monokuma instead of being dragged.
Yeah, Kaide is the protagonist. Do you want to see your Kaide?
In a minute. The 1000... Oh, okay, I see it. She's getting hit by all of them. That's unsettling. Get candy crushed. Shuichi hot though. Who's Shuichi?
Shuichi is... Yeah, this is Kaide. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Shuichi's the boy.
Oh, Shuichi is the boy protagonist from V3.
Yes.
And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope Peak Academy. It was all over. I get it, okay. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death.
I just realized he's wearing Kyoto's gloves in this picture.
Interesting. The Monokuma hairstyle.
And this is Hatsuchi.
Ah, Hatsuchi, the only good character. Alright, let's get this epilogue done. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. How long have we been going? Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, it's been 3 hours? Wow.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Damn. It has not felt that long. I guess it has been. 3 hours. Goddamn.
Wow, we're right here at the home stretch, so we might as well finish it up.
Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School. Pretty much every V3 character is hot, to be honest, except for Ryoma. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. And you gotta show me Ryoma now to see if this character is anti-hot, apparently. Sit in frfront of the door, nobody makes sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck in limbo. Moving, unsure. Oh, that character. Okay, meh. Meh. But isn't he the ultimate chef or some bullshit?
No, he's the ultimate tennis pro.
Oh yeah, that's right, I remember using that. In the end.
Hey.
Especially when Ryoma doesn't have his hat.
I don't know, I like Ryoma. His hat, I kind of dumb.
We can't just stand around. What the fuck is this guy? I kinda love him now.
That's his S grade.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. Nobody's surprised when Kyoko broke the silence. Makoto, what do you do the honors? As if awakened by Kyoko's work, I took out the opposite to be gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you...
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping them. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here. But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct.
Oh my god. I forgot.
I mean, Junko never said specifically she let us leave her alive.
Ryoma's beta design is the worst.
Let me see. I kinda love it, actually. It's so fucking dumb. It's worse. It's definitely worse.
it's true.
You may be right about that.
Ryoma's beta design is just a fun.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him so far up. Huh? Hey, where's the cat? The courtroom. Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We were just about to leave the school.
All over. We're just about to leave the school.
Leave? We can go outside? No, that's hell to a Simpsons fan.
No.
And that means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby. God, I hate this.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far. Anyway, don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without problem.
but...
It's what happens after we get out I'm worried about.
But you know, in the end, a big part of me still thinks...
I just want to go and get some dubs.
When we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of the door, it's a world as peaceful as we remember.
If that's true, I'm gonna get all the dubs.
Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, this world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward, no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto?
No.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. That would beat the hope out of them.
Yeah.
Working for me, a rich man. For poor ages.
They'd get 2 speckles instead of 1. See? Character development.
To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty.
Yeah.
I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is gonna go to the closest donut shop.
Yeah, that's in character.
I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
Oh yeah, that spray. That's the one you're talking about, her squirrel spray.
Yeah. And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat.
I get it now. Okay, thank you for what I will consider not a spoiler, but just annoying. There's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin. That's a new one. Thanks, Cena. You totally opened my eyes.
Hey, Crystal Space Buddy, you seriously creep me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact.
I'll find Chris.
But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we could probably do anything. Yeah, we could do anything. I know.
Well,
Kyoko reappears in V3, and I use reappears in a very loose terminology because obviously her reappearance is this alternate dimension or whatever the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Nagito is my boy of SDR2. I used to dislike my hero, but I've made my opinion of her. I've been on its sides of the spectrum, so I understand either side. I don't know what they're talking about.
But hey,
I don't
if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know.
Nagito, the guy who is, you know, I don't know what that's referred to either.
I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
No, I'm just referring to, like, what he's referring to with that.
No, I don't know either.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to
You've
start
probably seen
writing.
a lot of the UGG 2 characters.
Be able to pull it off. A story
the
about mastering
Dangan
me.
2 characters because they
And the others, I guess.
Yes,
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
What?
Why does this exist?
I don't know. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm gonna keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Kaito has juicy abs, you get to see them at one point. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope. I think this stream ended up being 3 hours because I spent so long ranting about Junko. I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. I don't even know why I'm talking about the characters. You don't know who I'm talking about. Talking about characters from this game. Who do you like in this game besides Junko? Or is it just Junko? With my hands. With our hands. Hope and despair. This art style is implying that this is about to be an execution.
Bunch of just machine guns. I think this is actually more in the style of the, I think this is more in the style of, the gym scene.
Maybe?
What is that? Oh, okay.
Is there any way to skip this? There is.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting.
And this explains why Alter Despair Worlds exists.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma, and I am this school's headmaster.
This guy, dude.
He do be loafing.
Ball Monokuma. Hilarious.
All's well that ends, And there it is. School mode has been unlocked, and that will be explored probably tomorrow, actually, or later today, I guess, since it is 2 in the morning. So, if you made it all the way through this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. If you want to see more of what I do, that is hilarious. If you want to see more of what I do, ring that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Ciao, motherfuckers. And for one last time, You're ruining my flow of the outro. And for one last time,